What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome back to yet another episode of Wrestling Crossroads. I am one half of your dynamic duo, Twisted, alongside Brother Pyro.
What's up, guys? Oh my god, we have a stacked card for you tonight on Extreme Rules.
It feels like forever since we've been on here.
Really has. I'm just happy that we're not as cluttered.
Yes, no, not even during the entire month of October are we cluttered, which is gratefully thankful.
Yeah. Later this month we have Halloween Havoc, and tonight we will be talking Extreme Rules, which again, for the first time, because we were talking about this earlier, this is for the first time in a really long time.
Oh yeah.
All matches on this card, on this pay-per-view, have some type of extreme stipulation.
Or just stipulation in general.
That give it that Extreme Rules pay-per-view feel.
Something we haven't had in a while.
It feels like it should finally. Yes. It's been way too long. Thank you, Triple H.
Yes. We don't have much on this card.
No, but each one is like super storyline driven, so I think you can, kind of stretch out each match.
Yes.
With this one.
Yes.
With it being such a short card, with each one trying to, tell a story, whether it's wrap up a story or, just continue to further it along. But all right, so the first match we have on the card is Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. The man whose gimmick we still don't understand.
But he's over.
Exactly. He gets serenaded to the ring. But anyway, so what we have for this stipulation is a fight pit match, which is essentially two cages on top of one another surrounding the ring, and there is no ring ropes. Mm-hmm. So to any of my MMA fans, just picture the octagon in the shape of a square. And refereeing that, broken earlier this week, is UFC legend, former heavyweight and light heavyweight champion. Mind you, he is a badass for defending both of these titles in the same night. Just gotta add that. UFC Hall of Famer, Daniel Cormier. This is definitely gonna be very hard-hitting.
Yes.
Very personal on both ends.
I mean, there was even a stipulation this past Monday where neither one of the men could touch each other while being in the ring or being face-to-face, because if they did, the match was completely gone.
I'm really glad that they chose to keep their hands off of one another, because
I think it was more Riddle's smartness than anything else, because Seth Rollins...
Because Rollins was really trying to make it happen.
I feel like we're going to hear a lot of shit talking on Rollins tonight.
Oh, yeah. And if he wins, we will never hear the end of it, because he will have beaten Riddle in his own style of match.
Take us through the predictions.
So, unanimously, we all have Matt Riddle taking home the W. And again, what is his match?
Yes, his style.
Favors him. His whole fight style has been the cage life until making this jump.
And I mean, even making the jump, he's been amazing in the ring.
Yes.
So,
but now you let him do a lot more in his element.
No, like he said, Seth, you are in for a hell of a night. He's going to kill you. He goes, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm going to kill you. And
Kill Riddle, kill. Kill Riddle, kill. Kill Riddle, kill.
If we get that chant started tonight, it's going to be amazing.
Oh. Rollins is going to die.
So jumping into our next match, we have the SmackDown Women's Championship being put on the line. Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. And this stipulation is an Extreme Rules match. This has been a very strange rivalry for the fact of we don't know what Liv Morgan is.
She's acting real heel-like, okay? She's supposed to be a babyface, but she's acting real heel-like.
Yes.
Like, let's look back last week at the aftermath of her match with Lacey Evans, the whole attack with the kendo stick and then put her through a table.
Yes, that's more heel.
That was definitely a heel tactic. And, let's look at, 90% of the interviews she's given while champion.
90% of the interviews, all the promos she's even cut, just anything leading up to
The whole, what was it, the week before when Liv won, or when Ronda won the rights to face Liv,
yeah.
she was just sitting in the suite,
Oh yeah.
just chilling. Like, that is a very heel tactic.
Even when she was going up against Shayna Baszler, having the title on the line, very heel moves even then. So, I mean, they got to kind of make up on their mind on what they're doing with her.
Yeah.
She seems like she really wants to push herself to be a heel, but they do need another, kind of another face on that brand.
They need the face for the women's division in general.
Yeah, we don't have much. And at that, women's division just kind of needs to group into one, I think.
Yes.
I think we're done with individual titles for that.
But all right, let's.
So jumping into our predictions, you and Desario actually chose Ronda. Your reasons being your own. Do you want to kind of clarify on why you chose Ronda?
I think honestly, like, as much as I love Liv, as much as we loved watching her chase for the title, what is this title?
Right.
She is not a believable champion.
Do you think if she does lose it tonight, she could come back eventually in the next couple months and make a better title reign?
That would all depend on creative and on booking, but right now she is definitely not the most believable champion. And again, listening to Busted Open a while back, they made this point. There are a lot of superstars where we're behind them for the chase.
Yeah.
But as a fan, them being champion is never really going to be
much
a hot thing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where Liv Morgan kind of falls right now.
Okay. Well, you guys went for Ronda, but me and Flash chose Liv. I could see there being some underhanded tactic in, the winning of it, just like it was the last time when she defended her title against
there
Ronda.
is no controversy this time.
I mean, I don't know. I could kind of see it, but at the same time, that would bring out, again, more of the, hey, I'm trying to be heel and not a face champion. So who knows, honestly. I'm kind of over her being a champion, but I think that there could be an underhanded tactic on her
But
end.
I mean, again,
they were also talking about bringing back Sarah Logan, so who's to say that she doesn't interfere? Something. I see.
Yes,
something
but if they
happening.
bring back Sarah Logan, which, mind you can, for anybody that watched SmackDown, there was a vignette involving Vikings, and there was a woman's voice that kind of did sound like a Sarah Logan, so I think they might be actually grooming that one for return. Hopefully, prayingly, please do not quote me in saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, Sarah Logan's coming back," because I don't know that, and I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh no! Another thing I was going to point out. Y'all good there?
Yep.
All right. Another thing I was going to point out is me and you had just been talking before starting up the podcast that Charlotte Flair could be the White Rabbit that's been shown around. Say no. Here, all I have to say is this: say it is.
The sad part is, it would kind of make sense. As mad as I'd be about it, it makes sense.
Okay, say it is her. This sets up for a, something with a title match if she interferes in this. Or just a feud in general.
That would probably involve the title.
Yes. We know it's going to go to her.
She's just like her daddy.
Of course. You want to take us into the next match?
All right. From one brand of women to another brand of women. Bayley versus Bianca Belair, Raw Women's title on the line in a ladder match. So this one is another one that was split right down the middle, where myself and Desario picked Bayley, and you and Flash went Bianca to retain. You want to give us your thought process?
So we pretty much chose Bianca because although this title reign has kind of slumped down, I don't see Bayley picking up the win just yet. I see it going maybe once or twice around the bend for them to go for this title and maybe picking it up on the second or third one, but I don't see her picking it up on the first, personally.
All right.
And even if she, and once she does, hopefully we have a returning face, by the time that Bailey does pick up, the title. So maybe if we wait another month, maybe we can see the return of the man Becky Lynch, because then you can finally do what you've needed to do with Bianca and turn her heel from losing the title.
Bianca should have been called up as a heel.
Should have been, but
if you're gonna give me this EST gimmick, and I have said it since her debut, like 2-3 years ago, she should have been healed from the jump,
like
or you
she
should
was
have
down in
given
NXT.
her a different gimmick altogether.
But like I said, I don't see it now, because realistically, she needs to be a heel, and you don't have any faces on that division that could take her place if she were to jump right now.
With a small tweak and repackage, you have Asuka, you have Alexa,
Yes, but we've both
Candice LeRae.
me and you have both agreed that Asuka and Alexa both need to be heels.
They work as heels, but they also do work as faces. And right now, I think with a small repackaging, Asuka can not only find that killer instinct that seems to have been lost on her, but can still be that baby face that we need. We also again have Alexa Bliss, who is very much babyface right now, and surprisingly is still over as hell. So there we go.
I don't know. It sounded like in her promo to Bailey about 2 weeks ago when they took on each other that she might be making that mental switch back to the heel side, because she said that she can still go.
And again, we
also have
do
Candice LeRae,
who
just came back.
So at some point you can build her for that.
Please don't turn her heel.
Granted, if anybody watched her work in NXT, she made a really great heel too. Just saying.
So continue on with the picks.
So
we have Bianca.
And myself and Desario have Bailey.
And your reasoning?
Well, they just put the tag titles on Damage Control. If you're going to legitimately build them as a unit, as a top unit, and you want to make them credible, you pull the trigger and you put the title on Bailey.
Yeah.
Give them the gold. Give all of them gold. Because then what the hell is the point if you're going to have tag team titles?
Yeah.
But not the singles title in that group as well. Because they don't use that Freebird rule.
They don't.
So they could. They could, but they're not. So Bailey making sense Bailey winning makes sense.
You're right there. You sound like you're getting a cold, Pyro.
I'm good.
All right. Well, let's take it into the next match. Something that's been very, very heated for a very long time. I will let you take us through the rivalry. Just let them know what it is. So next matchup, we have Drew McIntyre taking on Karrion Kross in a strap match. I have seen a couple strap matches with you, and all of them have been hell.
Brutal. Last one I think we got was Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan.
I think there was one more recently than that. I think it was a Roman Reigns match. Or I don't remember particularly. Do you want to take us through the rivalry?
So upon the return of a Mr. Karrion Kross and Miss Scarlett, by the way, thank you Triple H for correcting the wrongs that Vince McMahon made with this man. Anyway, they made it clear they're coming for the title, and the first person they're trying to take out on the list to get there is Drew McIntyre, and Karrion has definitely just been a thorn in Drew's side for the last few months. You saw some involvement back in Cardiff. You saw a lot of just underhanded tactics and attacks and promos at Drew McIntyre's expense. Karrion is letting it be known, I'm out for blood. I'm making my mark. I'm making my intentions known, and you are going to be my example.
So since you were bringing us through all that, I did look. In 2020, there were 2 strap matches, one on the main event roster, and the other was in NXT. You were correct. Bray Wyatt and Dexter Lumis won their matches. Last year, Elias faced Jackson Riker in a strap match. So
I forgot about that one.
yes, and the main one that everybody really remembers aside from this was John Cena taking on Rusev in a Russian chain match back at Extreme Rules 2015. That's another big
I
one.
kind of forgot about that one too.
Well, apparently it wasn't that memorable then. You want to take us? Actually, I will take us.
I was
through
like,
the
you
picks.
go ahead and take us through our picks.
Oh, sorry, brain's a little fuzzy. We all know that. So me and Flash are picking McIntyre to win this. I see too much momentum on McIntyre through everything, and I don't see him losing. That's me personally. You and Cesario chose Karrion Cross. Your reasonings.
So we both kind of shared a similar meaning, or not meaning, but reasoning.
Reasoning behind it.
Yes, where they're trying to build up Cross to be this big badass, big heel, and they want to groom him to be a next champion.
Okay.
If you're gonna make him a legitimate contender, in the most simplistic terms, he needs to win more than McIntyre. He needs this win more than McIntyre to continue to build.
Okay. I guess we'll have to see who ends up coming out of that, even if he uses some underhanded tactic being Scarlet.
Oh yeah, you know Scarlett's gonna be involved.
Oh yeah. At least even at ringside, just the small distraction of it.
Her presence alone is enough.
All right, you want to take us in the next one?
We have what is, I'm praying to God,
Is the last.
the conclusion of this feud.
This has been going on for too long.
It's only been 4 months.
It's dragging on way too long.
It's only been 4 months. It feels a lot longer. But you have Edge challenging Judgment Day's Finn Balor to an I Quit match. Now, this match is definitely going to, again, please, Lord, wrap up a storyline that needs to end.
Yes, please find new challengers.
Find new challengers. Everybody needs to just start doing a whole nother, be involved in something completely different. But anyway. So this match is definitely going to be a lot of fun. You know the rest of Judgment Day is going to get involved.
Which we could also see Rey Mysterio get involved.
I was going to say, but that doesn't mean Edge is going to be alone either, because Edge does have a lot of friends and a lot of respect from a lot of the guys.
Could we see Beth Phoenix? I'd love to see it, because then it could set up maybe something against Rhea Ripley. And I think that would be a great match.
Like Edge said about a month ago, Rhea needs to learn to keep her hands to herself before Beth shows her why she's still called the Glamazon.
Hopefully we see that tonight.
Yes. Unanimously, we all picked the rated R superstar to walk out of Philadelphia with the win.
Yes.
Beating Finn Balor to the point where he cannot take it anymore. And he submits or utters the words, I quit.
I feel like this is going to be a really good match. There's going to be a lot of back and forth, and there's going to be a lot of controversy. There's going to be a lot on Judgment Day's side, because
so much interference.
There's going to be so much interference on their side well before Edge gets anybody interfering on his side.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel like obviously it's not going to be Rey that does it, but I feel like there's going to be somebody that comes out, maybe AJ Styles, that's like, all right, Dominic, you need to learn your place, and clobbers him.
Somebody got to teach that man a lesson.
Yeah, somebody. Like, this little boy needs to get put in his place, honestly.
Facts.
All right, and ending out our list, we have the Brawling Brutes taking on Imperium. Mind taking us through who is in each faction?
Yes.
Please do. So the Brawling Brutes have
Butch, Ridge Holland, and the man who should currently be Intercontinental Champion, Sheamus.
We'll talk about that later. Imperium has
Giovanni Vinci, Ludwig Kaiser, and your Intercontinental Champion, Gunther.
Walter. We will go back and forth on this all day. You're lucky I didn't change you for Butch. All right.
You right?
The stipulation to this match is what they are calling a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Essentially, for those who don't know what this is, it's pretty much a free-for-all. It's an Extreme Rules match that instead of you have 2 people in this match, you have 6. So it's a
It's
hey,
an Extreme
have
Rules.
fun.
It's an Extreme Rules match sprinkled with a little bit of Irish zest.
So it's hey, have fun. I'm gonna go through the predictions, and we'll get to yours. All right. So everybody, aside from myself, picked Imperium to win this. Now, your reasonings being your own, obviously. I picked the Brawling Brutes for a reason that we have talked about. You want to know? You want to tell everybody that reason?
Sheamus got screwed. That is one of the biggest reasons that I know you picked the Brawling Brutes, if not the only reason.
Well, other reasons, yes.
Well, this match is going to be really fun to watch because these two juggernauts are going to be going at it like two bulls competing for a heifer's affection.
All 6 of them will. Have you seen them brawl? We saw it at Clash at the Castle.
But let's be honest. Sheamus and Gunther are your heavy hitters.
Yes.
And Sheamus right now is out for blood. So to anybody that didn't watch SmackDown.
Spoiler warning, I'm sorry. Go.
A rematch from Clash of the Castle, Gunther versus Sheamus. Both men win in it alone. Came out with their respective groups, but sent everybody to the back after a hard-hitting battle. Gunther is locked in the cloverleaf by Sheamus and does indeed tap out. Jessica Carr, you can say whatever you want. You know good and well he tapped out and you should not have waved that off. But Jessica Carr is the referee for the match, waves off Gunther tapping out and continues the match. Sheamus should 100% be IC champion. Mind you, the only accolade he has yet to win in this company at this point.
Yes.
In his 10-year career at this point.
Yes.
So, can we just give this man this damn title already and let him cement his legacy with this company? But I also want to point out the other bit of controversy is Brutes and the rest of Imperium did come back out, starting with Imperium's interference. And then the Brutes came out and were like, nah, we ain't finna have none of that. So Sheamus has a shillelagh. It's just a giant stick used to clobber people.
Mm-hmm.
And upon that, Imperium slides it into the ring. Gunther then lays on top of it. And as the referee is trying to regain control and, get everybody on the outside from, stopping, he clotheslines Sheamus with it in hand. And I want to point out that Gunther did call Sheamus weak for bringing out said shillelagh last week when he real life was like, I'm gonna fight all 3 of you by my lonesome because everybody else is stuck in Florida due to the hurricane. So how are you going to call somebody weak and then use that same tactic to retain a championship that you really shouldn't be holding on to right now, seeing as, again, you fucking tapped out? I want Imperium to win, but I also want Sheamus to kick Gunther's head clean the fuck off his shoulders.
And I think that's what's going to be happening.
He got screwed.
He did. He really did. And, I mean, that's why I see the Brutes picking up this win and Imperium just... I see Imperium laying down. I see it. They're in the middle of the ring. They're done. I see the Brutes beating the hell out of them so badly that they're gone. That they're at least done for the small time being. That actually wraps up our card.
Again, I forgot how short this card was, but I am excited.
I am too. That is all we have for you. Catch us on the recap later tonight. and we'll let you know how extreme the Extreme Rules match was.
Enjoy the show, guys.
Laters.